Hi, my name is Sarah Haley. I'm a sophomore marine science major from Rockaway Beach, New York, and I also serve on the Panhellenic Executive Board as the Vice President of Education.
Hi, my name is Jenna Dispenziere. I'm a senior graphic design major from Sandyston, New Jersey, and we're so excited to talk to you today about sisterhood in Panhellenic and developing relationships across Greek life.
I personally joined Greek Life my freshman year because I wanted to be part of a bigger community at Coastal, and I wanted to gain leadership experience while finding my home away from home. I'm so happy I joined because I've had some of the best experiences that I could have asked for, and I've grown so much as a person. And I meet new people all the time, which is just super exciting.
For me, whenever I came to school, it was 2020, so COVID was at an all-time high. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go through recruitment since it was going to be on Zoom, but I was having a hard time meeting people and making friends, and I knew I would go through recruitment eventually, so I just decided to go for it, and I'm so glad that I did because it's been the best experience. I've met so many new people within my own chapter and outside of it, and have had so many fun opportunities and experiences due to being a part of the Panhellenic community. Whenever I was going through recruitment freshman year, I lived with another girl who was also going through recruitment at the same time. A lot of times when girls are going through recruitment and they live with other girls who are also going through recruitment, there can be a lot of recruitment bias, which is when girls talk about the process when they're going through it and kind of relate how they're feeling, and then sometimes end up joining chapters that they don't necessarily feel like was the best choice for them just because that's what their friends were doing. I do not advise doing this, and it was something that we tried really hard to not fall into, and it ended up being the best thing because even though we ended up joining different chapters, our friendship grew and strengthened more than ever, and I think that it was because of this. I've met so many other women that are in her chapter, and she's met so many who are in mine, and we are still friends today, almost 3 years later, and we lived together again last year. And I think that being in different organizations but living together gave us so many more opportunities to meet people and make friends outside of our own organizations. And we were also able to attend all of the Panhellenic events and other events that different chapters put on together and still be a part of the bigger community, which I think has been super awesome.
As Jenna was just mentioning, Panhellenic hosts events throughout the semester, and they tend to strengthen the bonds throughout the community. These events are a great way to meet people from other chapters and introduce your friends in your chapter to people you might have been with during recruitment or roommates that are in different organizations. This year, some of our most recent events have been Valentine's Day bag making for a local elementary school, musical bingo, and self-defense. And then Panhellenic also supports Circle of Sisterhood, which is Panhellenic's national philanthropy. Since Panhellenic supports it, every chapter on campus supports it, and we host events to raise money and spread education about Circle of Sisterhood throughout the year. Some of the most recent events for that were a movie night, which was mainly educational, and then a paint-a-pot night and tabling events, which mixed education and fundraising. Circle of Sisterhood is a great way to get involved in the Panhellenic community and support a great cause with girls from all different chapters.
Mm-hmm. In addition to the Panhellenic events that Sarah just mentioned, a lot of chapters also host open events, and these are events in which anyone can attend, not just members of that chapter. For example, a lot of chapters, especially Sigma Kappa and Gamma, host cleanups, whether they be at the beach or highway cleanups. It's a great opportunity to go with your friends or by yourself and hang out with the sisters of that chapter, meet new people, or just hang out with your friends that you already have. And those are super great events because you're not only getting to hang out with a ton of people, but you're also helping the environment. Some other open events that different chapters hold are pageants, which often raise money for the chapter's prospective philanthropy. There's also tabling events that you can go to and other philanthropy events that are bigger events that each chapter holds, like Gamma hosts Moonball every year, which is for their philanthropy Girls on the Run, in which different teams play volleyball or kickball, and that raises money for their philanthropy. Or Kyo hosts Wish Walk each year that supports and raises money for their philanthropy Make-A-Wish. Additionally, 80 Pi does Pop Tab Wars every year, which supports their philanthropy, the Ronald McDonald House charities, and they collect different pop tabs. And a lot of times it's a competition for different chapters and organizations on campus to collect the most and win a prize. So all of these events are a super fun way to get involved in the community and meet more people outside of your own organization, and also support different causes.
In addition to open events that chapters host, a lot of chapters are starting to lean into creating joint events. So this is 2 or more chapters who come together to host an event, and it's a very laid back way to connect with members of different organizations. Some of these events include study nights, movies, paint nights, and so many more fun experiences. These events, like I said before, are more laid back and intimate. So it's a great way to form really strong connections, especially like by attending these events multiple times for different chapters. And they also help to segue into some of the bigger events hosted by the OFSL and Coastal, such as Relay for Life, Shot Rock, and Homecoming.
Going off of what Sarah said, there are bigger events hosted by campus, such as Relay for Life, Shot Rock, and Homecoming, which are different events that happen throughout the fall and spring semesters, in which different Greek organizations come together to support bigger organizations like Relay for Life, and as well as Shot Rock. All of the proceeds from that also go to Relay for Life. Another fun thing about these events is that a lot of times there's a bit of competition involved, which is always fun, but the ultimate thing is that we're supporting bigger causes. And I think that these are a great way for different people to come together that haven't worked together before and make new bonds with people, as well as just being a part of something bigger than yourself, because we all have our own philanthropies as well as Circle of Sisterhood for Panhellenic, but coming together to support other causes is such a great way to show out for our community and give back to the greater whole. And I think that these events are super fun, but like Sarah said, there's other smaller events that you can go to if you don't like being a part of a big crowd. And I just think it's really awesome that we have something that is for everyone, because if you're more of a laid back person and you don't want to go all out, then you can go to study nights or self-defense classes and things like that. But if you want to get together with a big team, then maybe you want to try something like Shot Rock. So I just think it's really great that there's just something for everybody.
Going off of what Jenna was just talking about, how there's events for every type of person, Panhellenic's vision statement is to inspire every member to their fullest potential. And through these events, you could see in our community how we all want to support each other to be our best self and have fun with each other while we're all in college. Similarly, Panhellenic has their own values, which are friendship, service, scholarship, and leadership. And besides Panhellenic's values, each chapter has their own values, which are pretty similar, but some may use different words for them. Going to events is a great way to incorporate your chapter's values and Panhellenic's values into your life. Going to these events, you could support philanthropies, you could meet new people, and you could gain roles in our community. And incorporating these values in your life helps to strengthen your bonds with your sisters and helps you grow in Panhellenic.
Attending events hosted by different chapters and Panhellenic is a great way to stay in touch with people you met during recruitment. that may not be in the same chapter as you. They're also perfect events to network between different chapters and continue these friendships. Whenever you're going through recruitment, you'll be in a group with other girls who are also going through recruitment, and not all of you may select the same chapter to join, and that's okay, but that does not mean that you have to end these friendships. It's actually a great way to be able to get encouraged to go to these other events. I know sometimes it can be scary, or you get nervous to attend events that other chapters are putting on, or these bigger events, because maybe you don't know somebody else to go with, or one of your friends in your chapter can't go. But if you have friends who are in other chapters, then encourage them to come to your events and go to theirs and support each other and support the bigger community. And maybe you'll meet even more people along the way, which is also super great.
Just to tie everything back together, our shared experiences and values as Greek women help us to form a close-knit community. As we've mentioned, these events help to bring everybody together, and they're a great way to spend your time having fun with your sisters and members of other chapters, to find people to lean on and to find people who support you. Because when you join Panhellenic, you aren't just joining your own chapter, but you're joining something bigger. Thank you all so much for listening, and we can't wait to meet you in the fall.